All right, what's up guys? Today we're working on the jab. So in less than 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you 5 different jabs and 5 different defenses for the jab. Okay, so let's get started. First jab is a real standard jab. This is the jab everybody learns, but you don't want to use this jab every time. Standard jab. All you're going to do is extend your left hand out towards your opponent's eyes and nose, and then straight back to the side of your face. All right, so that's a standard jab. Extend the arm, see if you can reach your opponent. Go ahead, fire that jab. If you're in range, then you know that you can land your right hand or your opponent can fire their jab back as well. If you want to throw a power jab, jab number 2, the power jab, we step with the front foot as we extend that jab. Now we can add some speed, range, and power to that jab. Go ahead, throw that power jab. All right, so that's jab number 2. Jab number 3, we have to be able to jab at the same time as our opponent. So when we call out same time, our fighters know to throw the jab and block the jab at the same time. So all you're doing is bringing your rear hand in front of the face as you throw the jab. So if I say same time, Adam extends the jab, brings the rear hand in front of his face. All right, the jab still goes back to the side of his head. All right, jab number 3, we're gonna work on moving our head as we throw the jab. So we call this splitting the jab. Great way to throw a power jab. As Adam throws his jab, he's just moving his head slightly to the right side. And this is a good jab to step in with. All right, if you want to add a little bit more power, just extend the arm, get your head slightly off that center line, and you're good. Let's turn this way a little bit. All right, so when Adam makes that slip, his head goes right next to my hand. All right, you don't want to make a big movement. Just slip, get your head off the line, and you fire that jab. Jab number 5, we're working on slipping to our left with the jab. So we call this slipping inside of the jab. So if I fire my jab, Adam is moving his head towards the inside of my jab where my thumb is. All right, this is less of a power jab and more of a jab to get your opponent off what's the word I'm looking for?
2 hours later.
You catch him off guard. All right, this is a great jab to catch your opponent off guard, set up the right hand, or just be a little sneakier. All right, so our 5th jab, we're slipping to the left as we fire the jab. What we don't want to do is slip with a real standard slip where we rotate our shoulders. We're slipping and we're jabbing at the same time. So keep that left shoulder in front. You slip inside, bang, you jab at the same time. Slip inside, yeah, slip inside. And we like throwing this jab with the thumb up. It's a little harder to extend that jab when we slip inside of the jab. All right, so we slip inside the jab. You can slip outside of the jab. You can catch the jab and throw the jab at the same time. All right, you can step in with the power jab, or you can use a real standard, more of like a flick jab, just to measure that range. All right, now let's work on different ways to defend against the jab. First defense, we call it catching the softball. I throw a softball towards Adam. All we want him to do is bring that right hand in front of the face and catch it with the palm of his hand, and then it goes back to the side of his head. So he can catch a softball. That's option number 1, just putting something between my hand and his face. Second way we can defend against the jab is with a parry. All right, so if our hands are about the same height, a side parry works great. He can deflect my jab to the side. Let's turn this way. So as I throw my jab, now my jab's not going straight out and straight back. He's parrying my jab, and now my hand's over here giving him a small window of opportunity to counter. So he could parry, and he could throw his own right hand afterwards. Parry, and then counter. Or if we got a fighter who's maybe shorter or they're boxing with their hands down, we can use a down parry. All right, so now as my jab comes up, all his hand does is knock my hand down just a little bit, which is a great defense to use if you want to counter with your cross over the top. So I could throw my jab, and then right away he could counter with his right hand. All right, if you and your opponent's hands are at the same height, all Adam needs to do from here is go into a bit of a high guard. You just bring those hands up above mine. So now he has that elevation advantage. When I throw my jab, he can down parry, counter over the top. All right, next defense for the jab. I throw my jab, he can slip to the right, he can slip to the left, his other left. There you go. You could duck underneath the jab, or you could pull back. All right, those are also great defenses to use to also set up counters. Today we worked on the jab, 5 different jabs, at least 5 different defenses. Practice on the heavy bag, shadow boxing, sparring, fighting, not on your girl. Have a good day.